Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and today we're going to make the Twist and Pop card, or the Pop and Twist card, however you want to say it. This is what it looks like. It's amazing, right? So what I'm going to show you how to do today in today's video is show you how to make the mechanism on the inside, and then also the 4-part panel as it opens, this part right here. And then it'll all tuck neatly into a regular A2 size card. For those of you who are advanced and want to get going right away and don't want to wait for me, these are the measurements if you want to pause and write them down. Okay, and for those of you guys who are following me, let's get down to the desk and get started. The 2 pieces of cardstock or paper that you need to use today need to be cut at 8.5 by 3. And that is the inside mechanism. And then the other one, the inside panel, is 11 by 3. So 8.5 by 3 and 11 by 3. And we're going to start with the 8.5 by 3. First thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it sideways. So it's the long way this way, and we're just going to score it right in half at 1.5 inches, straight down. Then we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 3/4. Okay, so if I fold this for you now, we fold it right down the middle, and then those 2 folds right there, and I hold it up, you should be able to see the score lines pretty clearly, that there's one in the middle and those 2 right there. The last thing we have to do is create an X in the middle, and I have a black line. Let me lift this up here. I just took a pencil and just made a black line right on mine so that I can line this point up here with the bottom point on the same black line and then just go straight down. If you need to use like a ruler and a tool like this, then you can just go ahead and use a ruler and do the same exact thing. The whole point is just to get that X in the middle so that you know where to fold it to make that mechanism work. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it on those X's, those 2 lines, that create the X. And you should have one that looks like this. And then we want to push so that bends in, okay, on the 2 sides that have the lines coming out. Push these in so that bends, and then push this side in and bend that down. It looks like a house when you're done. Okay, and that's the mechanism. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to take that other sheet of paper for the 4-panel inside, and all we're going to do is fold it right in half. This goes so quick, you guys. It just looks like it's such an amazingly hard card, but it's not. And then we're just going to take each side and fold that in, almost like you were making a gate card. It just creates a fold in half and then a fold in half on each side. No measurements needed. And I'm just making sure that I'm folding all my marks in. Okay, so when we put it inside the card, we're going to have these 2 folded in. So let's say this is what you really want to see on the inside of your card. We're just going to fold these 2 in because that's how we're going to place them inside the card for now. So get your mechanism you just created, the 4-panel card you just created right here, and then an A2 size card. Now if you don't know how to make an A2 size card, you take a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it in half. So here's the half of the sheet, and all I did was cut it at 4 1/4 straight down, and then I folded it in half. So you'd get 2 cards essentially from 1 sheet of paper. Now all you have to do is just put tape on one side of the triangle here. We're going to tape them both, don't worry, but put tape on one side first. You can use any kind of tape you want, but for just my video I'm using ATG tape because it's quick. And on the inside of your card here, you're going to line it up so it's right in the middle. You can measure this if you want so that you can put your tip right in the middle, and then glue it down. And then we're going to put tape right across that little triangle that's facing up now. And we're just going to close our card right on top of it. And then you can try it out. Make sure that your mechanism opens and closes. I'll do it sideways since that way I can get the whole card in, right? And then what we want to do is put our panel on there, so that looks really cool. Now, you can go ahead and measure halfway with your ruler right here and make a little mark if you want, but I'm just going to eyeball mine up. So before you put any glue on it whatsoever, you're going to put this right in the middle. And I'm just checking to see that each side looks really even. Go ahead and measure if you need to. Now I'm going to put glue right here on this upper square. Don't go past that middle line that we have scored here, just the top square. Okay? And on this side, we're going to do the bottom square. So again, don't go past that middle score line that we've created. So now you can see in the light that we have tape here on the top and we have tape down here. We're just going to open the doors of this and stick them down. Okay? And then what's going to happen is these are going to close up and the card is going to collapse. So when I first do it, I stick my hands underneath here to make sure that these two right here bend up. You know, in case you have problems with your card, stick your hands under there to make sure they bend and then fold it down together. Now, if you didn't get yours placed exactly center like I didn't and you have a little teeny bit hanging out here, you can always just trim that off. But it should work really well for you and it should pop and twist. How cool. So one thing I do want to remind you too is that this cardstock on the outside you want to be pretty heavy so that it can withstand the twisting and the popping, okay? So it really will help if you layer something on the front, like the card that I showed you in the beginning. This is a heavy cardstock, and then they layered an extra piece on the top, and then they have an extra piece layered on the bottom here. And it's also decorative, so they've got some on the insides as well. But that helps make the whole card really sturdy because it is going to be a little bit bulky having that in there. You can still send it through the mail though. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to do this. I cannot wait to see you guys post your rendition of how you created this and then how you decorated them up, because I think that'll be really exciting to see. And I cannot wait to see you guys next video.